Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Even though this is a song about relationships, it should be thought of when interacting with someone. You never know what someone is going through, and a little generosity and empathy can go a long way for many people. Growing up, I was raised to hate no one and always treat people the way I wanted to be treated, which has helped me to be respectful and kind to anyone I meet. Today is all about love, walking in it, of course. We will discuss the need for this change, the satisfaction on how to achieve change, and the visualization of what walking in love can do for the world. First, let's go over why this is a prevalent issue and why change is needed. There has been a disturbing amount of hatred and division in the world right now that is more visible than ever before in my lifetime. This division and hatred can be seen all throughout the year of 2020, whether it is through racism or simply the unwillingness to change that has been more prevalent than ever before in recent years. As paraphrased from Maya Hoskins' 2020 Forbes article, she explains how the deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery, plus the already present issues faced in the Black community, added on to many individuals' racial battle fatigue, also known as RBF, ultimately tipping our patience over. With many individuals' RBF being tipped over, the racial equality movement had the largest uprising in decades. With this, however, came people who saw no wrong in the way things were being ran, which sparked their own movements and retaliation, causing many issues and an unprecedented amount of division. Since the pandemic has raged on, people have shown a lack of empathy for those that have been lost or affected. Seemingly, this has caused even more division, as some people take the virus serious, while others refuse to even believe that it is real, since it has not affected them. Directly quoted from Omar Kazan's 2020 article, he says, "Part of the reason this majority white, majority non-elderly country has been so blasé about the COVID-19 deaths is that mostly Black people and old people are dying, simply taking it serious because they're not being affected by it, as statistics really show." Many people also bring up the survival rate of COVID to justify not practicing any safety measures. It's not about the survival rate of it. It is about protecting others as well as yourself, because it affects each and every person differently. Just because you may survive it does not mean your loved ones will. Now that we know the need for this change, let's discuss how we can achieve it. There are many ways to walk in love, whether it is through empathy, respect, or simply being kind. Each and every person is capable of it. Here are some ways to ensure that you are walking in love. First, we're going to start with some basic tips given from Kenneth Copeland. These can be applied whether you are a believer or not. The first point is to forgive those that have done you wrong. I know it may be extremely hard, but if this year has taught us anything, it's taught us that life is too short to let things hold you back. The second point given is to hold your tongue. Basically, meaning if you do not have anything nice to say, it's best to not say it at all. The next point given is to try and see the best in others. If you look at people by the worst in them, you will start to instantly close yourself off and unintentionally spread unspoken hatred. The last point given is to decide to not be offended. This may sound goofy at the first thought of it, but think about it. You're truly the only person that decides how you react to things. You are the only person that can allow what others say or do to affect you. So if you choose to not let it bother you, then it won't bother you. The next topic on walking in love is empathy. Empathy meaning the ability to understand and share feelings of another. These tips are all given from the New York Times article, How to Be More Empathetic, written by Claire Kane Miller. The first point to practicing empathy is to admit any biases you have and talk to different people. Putting aside any biases can help you become more open and connected to those who do not live the same lifestyle as you. Talking to different people of every avenue will help you connect to others overall, broadening your life view on your view of life on the many different perspectives. Other ways to become more empathetic is by simply doing research. Research about other cultures and the challenges they face that you might not have to face. You do not have to be fully knowledgeable to respect any differences that you may have. And finally, last but not least, is to stand up to others. Whenever you see a group of people or an individual person being wrongfully treated or inhumanely treated, it's up to us to stand up for them when their voices aren't being heard. Now that we know some ways to walk in love, let's talk about the many benefits walking in love can bring to the world today. Showing love to one person can help them spread love to one another, ultimately eradicating as much hate as possible, making life more enjoyable than ever before to every single person. Imagine a place with no hatred, each and every person respecting one another regardless of what differences may be present. As paraphrased from ADL's 2013 video titled "Imagine a World Without Hatred," just simply think about the countless lives of those lost from racism, anti-Semitism, homophobia, xenophobia, greed, and etc. that would still be here today. Every person, regardless of race or color, will be able to roam free and not worry about someone hating them or wanting to kill them for something they cannot control. A place where everyone can be themselves, openly and freely, and not worry about the judgment of others. The innovations would reach a height so unimaginable as no one would feel limited or feel they are trapped in a bubble. Mental health challenges may reach an all-time low, especially suicide rates. Bullying would practically disappear, and overall, the world would be a much happier place. As I wrap this up, I hope this speech was able to make an impact on you. Today, we discussed the need for walking in love, the satisfaction of walking in love, and the visualization of what walking in love can bring to the world. Right now, you may be asking, what can I do to start walking in love? Right now, simply forgive yourself and others for what has happened throughout your life. Reach out to someone you love and let them know you care for them. Remember, treat others the way you want to be treated, and you never know, a little love can stop someone from falling off the edge. Thank you.